What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast, man. I got a special guest. I'm at this event, and I said, man, I'm going to get you on my podcast. But guess what? He called me and got me on his podcast. What's up, big dog? Tell the people about you and what you do.
All right, just for a quick little summary, like Chris Holmes is the name. You can find me on social media, C Holmes _, but I do photography, videography, poet, just an all-around creator that likes to express itself and help people achieve their dreams and just knowing that the sky is limitless. Go ahead and put your mindset to it because the only limit is your mind.
So hold on, you might as well get that porn ready. You might as well get that porn ready.
You don't put me on a freestyle.
Man, he say he do poetry, man. If you do poetry, I need to hear that information in a minute. So, photography, videography. When did you get started, man? Can you tell us when you got started?
Crazy thing is, I know it was like either my junior or senior year in high school, but the funny thing is, I got introduced into photography by accident.
Ooh.
I wasn't even trying to do it at all.
Oh, man.
I wasn't. I was actually trying to help out my homeboy. Literally, and this is during the time, so you're going to laugh at me, but it was during the times of MySpace. Thinking, what the heck is MySpace? MySpace?
Don't age yourself.
For the audience, look, MySpace was the thing. You create your own layout, your friends. We spent hours editing that thing, man. Like, when you hit that landing page, it was like, this is me, have my music, my background, all the little effects. We basically coding.
Was we calling it landing page back then? I don't think we was.
No, you just said MySpace. You just like, that's more the information now.
Yeah, so now we say everything's landing page or a squeeze page. I call it ATM page. You know what I'm saying? You better be a money page. So
most definitely. But yeah, I just started out. We helped my homeboy, and he was like, man, I got this camera. And I looked at that thing. I was like, how much this thing cost? About like $1,500. I was like, are you out your mind? You spent how much for this? I'm like, man, look, it's look good. Man, look, me look good, but I need some photos for my MySpace. And I was like, you spent this amount of money for some photos. I thought he was out of his mind.
But
and then he put this out of my budget camera into my hand. I took a little quick snap. I knew nothing about editing or like adjusting the settings and like that. He said, well, I got you. I'm gonna put it automatic. Apparently he did his research already. But like I took the camera and took a couple of quick snaps and was like, here you go. Oh, shit, in my mind, I'm like, I'm glad I got this camera out of my hand. I went for paid for it. He's like, look at these pictures. I'm like, man, these look pretty good. Take some more. I'm like, you putting this camera right back in my hand.
So you trust me.
Shoot, I felt like a liability. I didn't want to drop this thing. So like I took a couple more pictures and gave it back to him. He was like, man, these are pretty nice. You might have a camera eye. And I was like, well, whatever. So we enjoyed the rest of the day. And then later on, of course, I went home. Tell me why that stuck in my mind, like you may have a camera on camera. I'm like, whatever. So the next day, I don't know what got into me. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to Walmart. I ain't got that kind of money. No, ain't going to no photography shop. Not with my budget.
Come on.
But I went to, I think it was like Pixie or something like that. Spent $60 on the camera, took a couple of photos, and uploaded it to the internet. And then people were like, man, these are pretty nice. And I was like, all right, cool. Another leap of faith. I'm just gonna come home, grow up.
Come on.
And I was like, hey, you want some pictures? Sure. You got a camera? You got a camera? You got a camera? I'm like, all right. So we took pictures around the neighborhood and posting them up there, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, I'm just having fun with it. And then I had that one comment: how much you charge?
Ooh, that's the one.
How much you charge? So of course I'm just going like, yeah, I work with you. I try to live 50, 60, nothing much to it. I know nothing about this kind of stuff. None of my prices, but I just rolling with it. And it just went from there to people in graduation pictures, people want pictures at events, and just kept going through college. And of course, you invest in more things like laptops and software and much more. But it literally started by accident.
So let's go inside the lens.
Oh, inside the lens.
I want to go inside the lens because when I say go inside the lens is what is the mindset? Okay, what's the difference between the mindset of a videographer and a photographer? Or is it the same mindset?
I think that really depends on perspective.
Okay.
I think like
for you doing both. So do your mindset changes when you do both?
It a little bit depends. Yeah, it
Okay,
does.
so let's go into it.
So like when it comes to photography, I'm just kind of imagining like what can I do, what kind of angle I
Okay.
can capture to tell a story, or like what's
Mm,
going on in these elements, because they're just seeing audience is just seeing like a single frame.
okay.
So it's like what can I capture to make people think like, okay, this was that moment of things being captured. I can feel the
Hmm.
elements in the photo, and this the angle, the expressions on the face, and all that little details that really pretty much tell the story of what's in the
Mm,
picture. And then going a little bit beyond that, I remember going to Vegas, and I went to a photo gallery,
okay.
and like inside there was it shocked my mind, but there's actually just photo books that sell for like 60, $80, or even
Mm,
higher, and no words, and it blew my
mm,
mind. And the person that was demonstrating said like, "Hey, this picture tells us a thousand stories." Well, we all heard the saying that a picture
of
says a
course.
thousand words.
Of
But
course.
like he was going through like the picture booking, man, like here she lays over here wondering about her lost husband, or he
Mm,
flipped it around and say here he wandered around just wondering what is in store for the next as he sees the
come on.
storms
Come
into the
on.
distance. And you just like, wait, how did you? But it all comes into creativity, credit in your imagination and what you
Mm,
see in the picture. And then also like just switching when it comes to video, same similar things come, but just slightly different. Now you're trying
I
to
got you.
actual have the recording so you can see the video, the actual emotion, because you all seen in
Mm,
movies
that's
of
true.
like how you want to feel like you're part into the scene. Like if you like for I mean this is like a easy example. Like if you're in a race car or demonstrating things from a really fast car, you want them to see
Mm,
the
of
vibrations of them
course.
almost losing control, the driver getting nervous, the
Yes.
sweat, and like almost
So
near
you telling this
misses.
amazing story
Hmm.
through the lens.
Basically.
So look, this is the thing though, because I do both. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I'm not. I shoot. I'm not a photographer, but if my customers ask me,
Hmm.
can I take some photos to add to their website? I do that too,
Right.
because I understand I can take those. Those I have the space, so I
Hmm.
can take the photos. But
Absolutely.
I'm more of a video guy.
Okay.
I've been editing videos for about 25 years.
And that's your
You
passion.
know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
love video. So back in 2018, when I seen podcasts, I'm like, man, I told my wife, let's start a podcast. She was like, what? What are we doing? So we got receipts of
Okay.
us on the podcast. All right. In
All right.
2018, we got mics, but none of them was hooked up. We just looking like we doing something. And
Like
we
a little
had,
professional,
yes,
yes.
and we had one camera.
Man, that
You
sounds
know
like
what I'm
my
saying?
beginnings too.
And we was inside of our we had a rental house at the time.
Hmm.
We was inside of our we had two living rooms. We made one living room like a podcast room.
Right.
And so we was inside there making videos.
The
And
build up, the come up.
yes. And we called it was so funny though, because we called it relationship therapy. And we like, man, we got to like 8 episodes. My wife's like, let's do some research on it. It was like, oh, the name is already taken.
Ah.
So we thought about it. My wife said, I'm gonna pray about it. And then God gave her a vision
Hmm.
of one marriage, two hustlers.
Oh man.
And then that's what was like, that's the brand. So we got it copyrighted, trademark. We got the name, we got the website name. We
Hmm.
did everything. And then we started building this place, which is OM2H Creative Studios.
Right, right,
Which
right.
which is means one married, two hustlers,
Hey,
but it's creative studios.
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, but all right, so
Hmm.
which one you like? If you had to choose with a customer and they said, I want to pay you $5,000,
Okay.
and you have to choose either do photography for them or do video for them, which one you prefer? You getting paid
Hmm.
the same money.
Right.
Which one you prefer to tell the best story out of?
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like I would jump outside of my comfort zone and go into video,
Oh,
because
wow.
I want
Why?
to have the opportunity to showcase me as a cinema videographer, pretty much
Yes.
that kind of like movie kind of phase. Like I want to show
Yes.
you what is possible if you give me the budget, I can get the equipment and all that
Mm,
and much more, so it can like really
mm.
blow their mind, so they can be like, "This was possible." Yes, it is. Like the bigger your budget, the bigger I can go with
Oh,
this.
that's good.
Hmm.
That's fire. You know, and the reason why I want to, because I think that's important, is to display your skills.
Hmm.
To know, like me, one of my greatest assets is teaching.
Okay.
So I teach, so a lot of people, we got a lot of clients that come in and do courses.
Awesome.
And some of them don't know how to do the course.
Right.
And so I go in, I show them everything they need to do. See, and they love it. They like, man. The thing is, that thing that you passionate about, you got to find a way to do it every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So I'm going somewhere with this story.
All right.
What are you posting on social media daily?
My story.
Okay.
And when I say my story, it always comes from like either motivational posts,
quotes
and things like that. My daily tasks, so you can see
Okay.
my ups and downs. I may like randomly do like a freestyle poetry, or
Mm.
like something that's on my mind, or you may see me go live stream my podcast or an event that I go to.
Okay.
And everything that is shown is like me documenting my story. And then if I'm working on any project, if I throw like a little highlight, I showcase that. So you can kind of get a real feel of how I'm feeling, or even related kind of things that's relates to me, like funny things, serious things, because I want people to understand, like, hey, I'm a regular person just like anybody else.
Yes.
But I want to showcase my story because I feel like so many people are afraid to showcase who they are. But if you don't showcase who you are, how can you relate to them? You're pretty much putting on a mask and not really showcasing who you, but that's really how you really connect to others.
Man, listen. I post videos every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love posting videos. Matter of fact, I got about 32 in my arsenal right now. I mean, already edited, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got here this morning, my editor, he didn't come today. And I'm like, okay, he ain't here. So I was like, what videos can I do? And then it just started hitting me. Like, okay, do this video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I work best when it's quiet.
I'm the same way too. I remember in college, like I really, people probably look at me kind of crazy, but I really go into the library, old school, top floor, find my own little section, and just have all my thoughts kind of go into like my head and express, or I just like go into like my own kind of room, close the door, and just like let silence hit, and then let the creativity pretty much come out from there.
Okay, so what do you want your life to look like in the next 3 to 5 years when it comes to photography or videography?
So of course, like I want my life to showcase exceptional, beyond the limits. But let me put them like in better words. I want to showcase like anything is possible through challenges and adversity and showcasing great work. Because I feel like through that I can motivate other people. So like I picture myself making the funds, meeting great people and traveling all that. But I think the more in depth or the meat and potatoes of things is to showcase overcome adversity, overcome the adversity, anything that's said about me, and I still prevail.
And listen, that's why I tell people every day, if you document your moments, you never create content. All right? If you document your moments, you never. So my wife, I bought the new DJI 3.
Which, okay.
It comes with the mic, the creative version. My wife was like, why you need that? I'm like, because I'm going to be able to create more content, and I'm tired of using my phone. my phone is overloaded. You know what I'm saying?
The space is
17,891 videos.
Exactly.
You heard me? I'm like, it's overcrowded. I'm not using it no more. I'm done. So, but then when I bought it, and she was like, oh, we need this. For 2 reasons. You in stealth mode. Like you can go in Walmart, it's so little. You go in Walmart, nobody know what you really got.
You ain't never lied. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the ones with the flip camera, you gotta turn it like this to get your feet turn. Now you can just 1, 2, 3. The gimbal flips. I can still see the screen. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3. It comes back to me. It gets my. So it's another thing. I can set my camera up down the aisle, and then act like I'm shopping and talking.
And you're still getting the audio recording.
I'm getting all the audio, and it's trying to zoom in and it's finding me.
Man.
It's new levels to everything. I'm using it tonight when I go to this event. This event tonight. You going there tonight?
To which one?
The Saray Jasmine place.
Yeah, definitely feeling the details. I mean, trying to keep up with so many different things. I mean,
so Jasmine, what's her name? Chris Allen gonna be there with.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
you know, you maybe not.
Yep. So many things be hitting my mind. I'm like, I know I'm going to this Trent Shelton event tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I'm like, it's just like a million
I
things.
feel you. I feel
So
you.
like,
I feel you. So how is the events like 2023? How was all these going to all these events? Did it serve you well? Did you get customers out of there, or like how did it serve you?
it served me definitely well because you never know what sparks out of a conversation.
I got
And
you.
then that's when you build relationships and connecting with different people because you never know who else somebody else may know.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how many times, like even when things felt like they're slowing down, they're like, "Oh, my partner knew that you do photography," or like, "Hey, my homeboy knew you did videography," and it all comes from like putting myself out there. But if I would have never went to these events, built relationships, it would never would have happened. And I think what happens a lot of times, people go in there, and this is just my opinion, is just try to immediately just sell, and you don't even know the person.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, it's like, dude, like slow down, like, hey, let me get to know you first. Like, you want to do that? Like, come on now, you want to do that all this stuff when you first met like a female? So I'm like, come on, a woman, like, no, you gotta let me understand and know who you are.
Man, you know what? And I think we went to over 40 events last year. Me and my wife. I'm always with her. I ain't never without her. So I'm always at these. I'm with her. So this is the thing I'm learning too. A lot of these events, I mean, I already know the information. So now I gotta turn in.
I was the only one starting to feel like that.
No. So now I gotta turn into, I got a studio who can become my customer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because out of I think we went to like 43 events, probably maybe about 6 events I went to, I didn't know the information. Only 6. So I mean the other 36, 37,
right,
I already knew the information. So that comes from me studying my craft. That comes from me buying into a lot of different courses. It's come from me running my own play with my own websites.
Absolutely.
It's come from me helping other customers. I have our customers last year, they sent us all the money they made, like screenshots, and they made over $500,000. So it's hard to go to these events and try to learn something. I'm like, bro, I already know that. Now, me and my wife are going to a pod event at the end of the month in Orlando.
Okay.
And it's just for podcasters. But it's with the white people, man. Be honest with you. I need to go see.
I'm so glad he was not afraid to say that. He was with the white folk.
It's true. It's true.
And let me go ahead and say this now. I feel like, especially for us, like we're so afraid to go to other events that don't look like us.
Ooh, come on.
I really feel like we need to break out of that and just really break the barriers or the walls, and just because you never know who may be that connection to get you there. And then another thing that you pointed on too is like you were saying, like how a lot of this information just seemed like, oh, I already know this. And I think what it really boils down to, and I'm just letting it flow, is the information is the same. It's just the execution. And I really feel like it's like that. Of course, you have new technology and much more.
Of course.
But it's just actually executing on the information.
You know what's funny? Because I tell my customers, it's like, man, AI gonna take your job. I'm like, bro, let me tell you something. That human factor is so great. We have customers calling us saying, hey, man, I got to stop by the studio. I ain't seen y'all in like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like the human factor. You know what I'm saying? So people say, oh, I can write an ebook with ChatGPT. I can do, I'm like, but is that your information? This is my information. This is what I created.
Your experience.
This is my experience. So I'm telling people, like, bro, that the AI is great to use, but that human factor is just so amazing. People love to come in and work with us. They love it.
You can't, I mean, we have all the technology in the world, but you cannot eliminate that human factor. Like, I mean, look, even with Elon Musk, I mean, you see all the technology, but what if there was no Elon Musk? None of that be existence.
That's true.
Or should we even do with these Apple phones? You take away, like, no Steve Jobs, like no Apple phone.
But that's what I'm saying. But and the thing is, it seems like the more information that we have in our hands, the less we know. Okay, let me explain this.
I'm gonna let you go ahead. Like I get where you're going.
It's because people have the information, and you just said it, don't know how to execute what they have. And this is the thing. I'm gonna just go back to ChatGPT real quick.
Okay.
If you don't know how to prompt it, everybody think alike. So think about it.
That is true.
So think about it.
And
So
you were nice on it, but I'm gonna say it like this, and then
Come
people like,
on.
ouch. People got lazy.
Yes. Yes.
You got lazy. You got so used to, and this technology is so great. And I
It
love it
is.
all that much
It
more,
is.
but we've gotten lazy.
Mm.
And it's to the point where it's like, it's almost like we feel entitled.
That's true.
Until life punches in the face. Then they're like, we don't know what we're doing.
That's true though.
Like, ooh.
And so, all right, so we're gonna go into this word game. I got a word game. It's a word game. Here we go. I'm gonna tell you 2 words. You tell me, do we need both or do we need none of them?
Okay.
Confidence and cockiness.
Both.
Tell me why. Tell me why you need both.
I'm gonna use an example and people be like, I can't believe you said this person. Mayweather. Because he has a lot of confidence in himself. He had to make all themselves in those seats.
Of course.
But a lot of people feel like he's cocky. And I'm like, you may say that, but it sells tickets.
It do.
And his belief in himself is what makes it so entertaining.
Yes.
To the point where you can't wait for him to lose, but he uses it to his advantage. I mean, and people put Mayweather as the bad guy, but if you really think about Muhammad Ali, was a similar same way.
I know.
He used to dance around and he's like, I'm gonna punch you right in your jaw, right in the second round.
Talking,
and
yes.
Like he'd be like, there were so many highlights. I'm trying to remember which boxer he took out. But in the middle of the fight, or literally while he was swinging, beating them up, he said, "Tell me what my name is."
I love it.
He was like, Muhammad Ali. Like, how you gonna be whooping somebody saying, "Tell me what my name is"?
So the next one is money or mindset. Do you need both?
Oh, definitely both.
Why?
Because like you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the right mindset, you're gonna be broke. You got way too many people who hit the lottery. I mean, this is too easy of an example. Like you give $1 billion to a person that knows nothing but spending. I guarantee you, probably within a year they're gonna be broke because they don't know how to invest in using other different things. They may say they do, but then they start seeing an account drip, 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 drip. And that one small crack turns into a bigger crack, and then all of a sudden, all the money and assets are gone.
Man, that's crazy. The next one is passion or purpose.
Why you keep throwing these words? You know, you got it. I mean, it's hard for me not to say just one of those. You got to have both of them. Because like your purpose is divine and given to you.
Okay.
But you got also like with that passion as well, because naturally. I feel like when you are moving in within your own element, it's going to be naturally passionate. Okay. And then you're going to naturally walk into your purpose. Because if you don't do that, it's going to be like, okay, I feel like I should be doing something else.
That's true. That's true. All right. So this is, I like to tell people that like, give us 2 quotes you live by. 2 quotes that you live by, that you always say, whether you came up with it or whether you've seen it.
Man, there's so many quotes going on in my head. And the bad thing is like I'm trying to remember exactly. I may paraphrase, but
just paraphrase. That's cool.
But one easy quote that everybody knows from Martin Luther King: "I have a dream. I have a dream." And if you think about like all the adversity that he went through his life, people have dreams all over, like black, white, no matter what your race, and much more. But like I'll say this before I go in more in depth, is like the richest place on earth is the grave.
Of course. And
so many people have dreams and unfulfilled. So walk through your purpose and with passion, so you'll see your dream into reality. And I feel like too many people allow their dream just to pretty much just go away and allow other people to take that from them.
Man, and that's why I always tell people I'm dying empty. That's why. What you mean by that? I am all my goals, my books. I got a book I'm working on right now. Okay. And the name of it is very controversial, and I don't give a shit.
It's like the hell
because I'm rich. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the thing is, the name of the book is How I Got to the Fucking Bag.
Okay.
With my own digital products.
I don't see I mean, shoot. I think of people who feel like that's controversial. There's something wrong with you. I mean, you need to look in the mirror for yourself.
How we got to the bag. So it's the same. And the thing is, we are held in very high regards as Black people.
Mm-hmm.
That people like Gary Vee, people like what's his name, Tony Robbins, they can curse, they can do all this stuff. Right. And it's like, oh yeah, it's motivation. Somebody Black curse. Well, I mean, are you saved? I mean, nah, we get.
Oh Lord, we went into this topic. Oh man,
we get judged.
Man, you had to go. You opened up a whole sack of worms.
Yes, that's why I curse. I do me, and I tell people all the time.
You know,
don't watch my shit if you don't like me cursing.
Shoot. See, now you open up a whole nother chapter of conversation that just went because, like, for the longest, I felt like that is probably one of our biggest downfalls.
It is
because I'm like, we watch so many other people of different, especially the dominant race, do this exact same thing, or even take advantage of our talents.
Yes.
But when it comes to us expression, who we are, performing, investing, it's like we are the first one to take ourselves down. And it's so aggravating. We need to stop that. We are so quick to criticize ourselves, but so slow to criticize others. Like, why are we doing that? If anything, we're making everybody else's job who wants to destroy us even easier.
Bro, take Black people off social media. I promise you the internet boring. Right now.
The social media, everything.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I say you open up a can of worms when you went to this time. I mean, if you talk about it's America, period.
Man.
If you really want to be, not just America. I mean, this entire, you about to open up a can. I'm about to go on to like dropping information.
Because this is the thing though, and I've been hating this for years. My wife's like, I told my wife, I have to be myself because the person that they want you to be is not who I am. So they want you to be, oh, you have to be in a suit every day. See, you have to be, you know what I'm saying?
You're reading my mind because I was about, like, here's another thing that aggravates. I mean, this, you see, like I said, I told you, open up a can of worms.
Come on.
Like, this word professionalism is an opinion.
It is.
I'm going to say it again.
People
going to be looking at the textbooks and be like, no, that's actual fact. I got the definition. I'm like, that is an opinion. Like, okay, let's be honest. So what I think is professionalism may be a different view of professionalism in a different country.
Yes.
So how are you going to say that this is absolute fact? No. If anything, you're biased. But what kills me is through kindergarten through 12th grade. This is what I told you, open up a can of worms. This is what they teach to our kids as they become adults. And what you're doing is basically creating a system of a generation to not think outside of the box or for themselves. And that is actually how you create a slave.
Do you know the acronym of system, though?
Let me hear yours.
Save, and this is for them to us. Save yourself time, energy, and money. They put us, like you said, you go to school 8 hours a day for 12 years. You graduate, they want you to get into $100,000 worth of debt and then go work for them. What's the point of that? And go work for them.
But I would say this, like, some people are meant to be workers.
That's okay.
But with that said, I don't like the system. Education has failed us. We're teaching the same thing, but we always teach about innovating and progressing. But why is our education not?
It's not.
It really needs a but that's like I said, you open a can of worms because that goes into politics, money, and much more. But the thing is, you have to allow a student to really ask questions.
Come on.
And it really kills me because, like, education is supposed to be a way to develop the mind that you can progress society and much more.
That's true.
But what kills me is, like, you limit a student's ability to ask questions. And if you really think about it, especially to the back of like philosophers and much more in the past, and that we actually still, take pieces from because their mindset was so open, is you have to allow a student to be themselves, ask different questions, because what their philosophy or what their thought is may be that game changer that may actually take society to the next level. But when you try to cap their thoughts, you're doing nothing but limiting everybody else.
And so this is when I add myself in. I graduated. I'm about to date myself, but I don't care. 1998. I graduated. I was number 587 out of 630 students. Sorry numbers. But guess what? I was bored at school. I was so bored at school, I used to try to get in trouble. I was bored. I was bored. But this is what I learned, though. All those people I see the last 25 years we've been out of school, most of them working for somebody. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I get to create every day. I get to live. People got somebody text me on Instagram and say, I don't know why you put that. That's not the right thing to put. I don't need a vision board because I'm already living in my vision.
And the person who probably criticized that really don't see. It's like one of those like things like a caterpillar can't envision what a eagle pretty much sees.
Yes.
I'm Labar a little bit
Yes,
from I love Nas.
Yeah. But I'm saying like I'm like I don't need a vision board. I'm living my vision every single day. I wake up. Some days I'm like, man.
But you know what that comes from? It goes back to like what you were both saying is systems. It's like it's like I said, it really irks my nerve when it comes to education because I'm a big fan of education, but there's so many flaws into it because what we're doing is we're inserting fear into our next generation. How can it grow from that?
How?
Like you can't. And we're teaching, or even, I mean, I keep telling you, open up a can of worms, is you put students who, like you said, bored and much more, and then you label them as troublemakers. When in reality, what needs to be happening, we need to find things or tune education to where it caters to the student.
Come on.
Because then that's actually where you actually allow the student to walk in their purpose and much more. Not everybody's built the same way. Like, for example, you can have like the next Elon Musk.
Come on.
Right in front of you. But just because this person performs bad at a
and you ain't nurturing it.
Yeah, exactly. And you just because this student performs bad at different kind of subjects, you're gonna be like, oh, this student is not exceptional. He's bad performing. He's gonna go to jail and much more. You giving labels. And you haven't even given an opportunity to actually know the student.
Man, that's so powerful. And that's why I try to tell people, I'm like, bro, I'm so happy that I always been different. It's because now I get to express my creativity on a daily basis. I can wake up and say, I'm gonna create these videos.
But let me say this too. As you express yourself outside of the limits of society and what people accept as norm, you have to learn how to protect your mind and your morality along the way. Because
of course.
The people who are not taught or thinking that same way of innovation is going to naturally reject that. Yeah. And I think that's why a lot of people are afraid to go outside of being themselves because they've seen close people such as family members, co-workers, best friends. And I'll even say this and people will be like, why, how'd you say that on camera? Like your wife or your husband, people that close to you telling you that this is the wrong thing to do. But it's like that one of them soul searching things where you have to be like, if this is truly what is going to be the thing that's going to work, or walk you into your purpose, and you know that this is the right thing to do, you should do it.
And you know what? And I'm telling people this, I'm really, the minute somebody see your vision, it's no longer your vision. The minute they see it, it's no longer your vision. Before we opened up the studio, I was like, man, I'm gonna get a podcast. I said I was gonna get a creative space, but I'm gonna be doing podcasts. I'm gonna rent out the room. I'm gonna do this. People say, huh? What? What you talking about? I mean, so you get a music studio? No. I'm gonna get a podcast studio.
I mean, music, because that's what people used to.
That's what they used to. They used to that. So then I'm like, I'm gonna get a podcast studio. I'm gonna teach what I know. I'm gonna have different things in place, and people gonna rent out the room. People was like, oh, I mean, I don't know. Just saying, we got 21 podcasters renting this room out. We got another 8 or 9 coming this month. They already let us know the end of last month, and some of them text us Tuesday. It was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the biggest thing. Is get locked in and can't worry about what nobody's saying.
You can't, because the moment that you worry about what other people are saying, it's like I said, it's gone. Like your vision, your dreams is gone. You allow somebody else to pretty much go inside and destroy and pretty much turn it to whatever they want to.
That's crazy.
Become. And then on top of that, that's selfish. That is super selfish. Yeah, I said it. That is super selfish. You saw something that may even be better or brighter. And here's another thing too. You should be not afraid of other people achieving greatness.
Of course.
But you see so many people see something about to burn inside and be a bright light, and they want to cater it and change it to something so they won't really reach their full potential.
You know what? And this is the thing. I tell people, they say, man, there's other studios in Houston. I'm like, there's no competition. So what I learned, people buy you. People buy the person. So many people buy me. Some people was like, they come to the studio, they're like, oh yeah, I mean, this is a great couple, man. I love working with them. They're very professional. You know what I'm saying? So people buy you.
Exactly.
All right, so here's the word game. I got a word game.
All right.
I'm going to say an acronym, all right? And, I'm going to say the word, then the acronym. You tell me what it means to you.
All right, go.
Number 1, hope. Help other people excel. What do that mean to you?
Breaking beyond the boundaries and walking into your true purpose to achieve greatness.
That's good. The next one is pour. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. What do that mean to you?
I'm gonna be blunt and funny with this one. You gave me the opportunity to shut you the fuck up.
That's it. That's it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The next one is money, which means momentarily owned, not externally yours. What do it mean to you?
A tool to showcase what I'm capable of, but it's not who I am. It's what I can use to achieve greatness.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. I love that one. I love that one. The next one is denial. The acronym is don't even notice I am lying. What do it mean to you?
You place me into a coffin, but I shall rise.
I should rise. I love that. All right, so right now I'm throwing you the alley hoop.
Okay.
Any questions you want to ask me?
What is I would say, I'll phrase it like this. What was the turning point for you when you realized this is it?
The turning point was people was asking me, my wife, to help them. We had people trying to rent our house out.
Oh shit!
we was bringing people to the podcast to rent our house out.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? And so people was, I'm like, I told my wife, I said, oh wait. If they want to rent the house, what do we have studio? And she was like, well, I mean, we got to take on that responsibility. I'm like, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? The people that show up here pay for the building, not us.
That's how it should be. When I feel like when you feed so much into others and you planting these seeds,
yes,
the people will take care of you.
Man,
I really do believe that.
It's facts. And then so once I seen it, I told my wife, she was like, okay. First she was like, all right, let's find a building. So this year we're working on our business funding. Okay. And we're about to go get a 16,000 square foot building built from scratch. Oh, shoot. And it is going to be the OM2H Creative Campus, the Black House.
I see it.
It's going to be the Black House. But when you walk in, nothing but Black creators. You're going to see paintings.
You're about to disrupt the whole game.
Man.
You're going to have people drive by like, wait a minute. This just really just happened in my own neck of the woods?
Yes. And so we're going to have one area have 5 podcast rooms. The other area have 5 photographer rooms. Then we're going to have 2 state-of-the-art classrooms where people can come in and teach what they know.
Oh, man.
50, it holds 50, each room holds 50 people with those vibe boards. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to teach what you know. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, it's just going to be for creators. So my wife said, people might take the name the wrong way. I'm like, not really. Playground for content creators. That's the slogan.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you got a lot of content creators to play and be themselves. I mean, if you really, that just dawned on me. Like the truest and most pure thing is a child who you allow to play. And that it really allows them to be themselves. And I feel like this world is so used to pretty much controlling and telling you this and this is how you should act. It takes that childlike element away. My
wife, she always laughed at me. She was like, you play too much. And this is what I tell her. I said, oh, so I play too much? Good. Stand by. I said, stand by. Hold on real quick. I play this every time she said I play too much. Let me see. Here you go. So she said, you play too much. I said, good. Guess what? I don't want to grow up, bro. I don't want to grow up. Because I'm a kid. I love, dog, you know how much podcasting, I love this. I love to have a conversation with Black men like yourself that's that your intellectual property there, we can dialogue in a conversation. And this is a moment in history that somebody 100 years ago, 100 years from now going to be like, oh man, they had a great conversation. That's the power. Just like when you stop podcasting, never I'll be 60, 70. Hey, come on to the podcast. I'm on episode 3000.
No limits. That's why it should be. And that's why I strongly believe, like, I mean, this world teaches you, like, oh, you should act like this. You shouldn't be a child. And that, I mean, every day I see people just walking in their life miserable. Life is a gift. Life is a gift. Do you realize? I mean, I can't remember the exact number of.
That's why we call it the present.
Exactly. But do you realize how lucky you are to be here alive? Like that, I can't remember the exact number, but the number was crazy. Like out of all the opportunities, you could not have been here at all, but you were given that opportunity to be here, and you're miserable. Man, F that, man. Like, live all out.
Like that, let's go. That's why my wife said, you always hype. I'm like, I'm hyped for the next day,
You have to.
I say, and this is a question, I'm about to ask you this question. This is a serious question.
Go.
But it's serious because have you thought about it? If you die today, have you did enough work that you satisfied with?
If I die today,
have you did enough work on this earth that you are? Me personally, I'm totally satisfied. But have you?
And I feel like
come on,
I wanted to do. I feel like it's that mindset of like, okay, I can achieve more and more and more. But with that said, I will still be, I guess I can say satisfied because I gave my all.
Yes,
because like it's not like I didn't try. Like you can literally look at me from publishing books at an early age, my story from photography, videography, podcasting, speaking to different people, meeting great people, and all of that. The story that right there is going to tell itself.
Yes,
it'd be completely different if I was just on the couch all day and I didn't do nothing. Then I'll have regret. But because like each and every day, like you can come here, like I could have stayed in bed,
of course.
But I came here because I'm still building that story.
Yeah,
so I would still be like, okay.
And this is the greatest thing about podcasting is now I get to share my audience with you. Mm-hmm. When you told me, when you invited me on your podcast, or your show, you got a podcast or show? I got my show.
I feel like it's both to me.
Okay, yeah. When you invited me on your show, I just text some folks real quick. Mm-hmm. And they got on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, my audience got to know who you are. That's and now it's that's what it's about. So when I look at my phone right now, I need to go give me another screen. But I look at my phone right now and I look through these numbers, you're gonna see two things. So first thing you're gonna see, when we type in podcast, you're gonna see.
I thought I was the only one who did
all these podcasts.
I thought I was the only person putting things in parentheses.
Not me. Then we type in customers, clients. Look, all these clients, bro. This is clients, bro. This is clients. It don't stop, bro, because I put myself out there.
Got to.
And even when they didn't believe in me, I believed in myself.
Man, you go ahead and put the collection in play. Because like the biggest thing, I don't care like what kind of, and this goes to everybody, what kind of attire you have, what kind of clothes or car you drive or makeup or whatever. Even if you do surgery to make yourself look good and all that much more, if you don't believe yourself, people see through the bullshit each and every day. Man. And I know like I'm probably like, ruffle little feathers, but it's some things I think need to be said because
that's true.
Like even like I'm a big fan of fitness. I love it because like I feel like people who really have not put the work in, they get exposed. Every time it has not yet to fail. Like you can lie about a lot of things, but you can't lie about your body.
Cannot.
Your body will tell you like we didn't really get this.
We didn't get it.
We didn't. Like when you see that person that looks all trim and nice, and then like 3 years later they don't. It just shows like you didn't have the discipline, you didn't have the consistency of going to the gym. Like it's going to come out.
So you said something. Desire or discipline? Which one? Is most important?
Discipline, because I feel like I'm just going to freestyle for this because I feel like you can have the desire to knock someone out in the ring. It can be a championship fight.
Got you.
But do you have the discipline to do what you need to do to actually get the fight finish the job? Because you can desire and be hyped. Yeah, I'm gonna knock you out, and we've seen plenty of times with highlights in ESPN, where that did not work. But like, what's going to really keep you in that fight is discipline, because you may be almost down and everybody else counting you out. But if you still disciplined and you still do what you need to do, you can be that 12th round. You can be down in all the points, like all the points. But you studied your opponent's whole fight, and you find that one big opening, and you land that one shot, because it only takes one good shot.
That's it.
And all of a sudden, you're the champion.
So should Deontay quit? That's it. Should he be done?
Deontay,
should he be done? I watched the last fight. I'm like,
and I'm gonna be completely honest.
He fight flat-footed too, so.
Yeah, this was one of those things. Like I see, like I guess, like if you look at someone's past and to currently right now, you don't see like the things that really made him like that much of a fire and power much more. But there's a huge but, and I think this just really comes to the mind. There's something that he sees within himself that everybody else is not seeing.
That's true.
I really think that is just what's going on, and I really feel like if a person believes that they still got it in and they know they do, just watch and see.
That's
Pull out the popcorn, because hey, the story may not be done. He may surprise the world again.
So is there any other question you want to ask me? You know, I'm just trying to.
So what was the point where you almost felt like I'm down and out and I should like screw this, I'm done, but you rose back up?
Never.
Ooh.
You know why? First of all, God won't give you a vision, then fail you with your vision.
Oh, you may have to say that again, because I don't believe
so God won't give you a vision and fail you with your vision. Now, there's days where, okay, my perspective in life is different than most. With the machine, the defibrillator machine you put on your heart, the machine you put on your heart, and you go doom doom. Doom.
Yeah.
What machine? It's a defibrillator or something. Whatever whatever that machine is. People say, my life is going well, babe. Everything is just so great, babe. So look, as long as doom, 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 doom.
Okay.
As long as it's going up and down, God gave me this vision. All right. He showed me, hey, you're gonna have a studio, you're gonna have hundreds of podcasters, you're gonna have hundreds of people coming in, you're gonna have 5 or 6 editors. He gave me the vision, bro.
Right.
And so we went from a 981 square foot building in that spot in that black building to this one is 2,000 square feet.
Gotcha.
Now we're moving into our own, buying the property and the land. Buying the land and building the building from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Ownership. Mm-hmm. So now we're going into that. Because if I'm giving you, even though I'm not using my money to pay for this building,
right,
I might as well pay for something I can own. I can never own this building.
Right, because they're going to be like, oh, you didn't pay.
That's it. Lock the door.
Yep. You did great works, but you're back.
That's it. So I'm like, and I've been telling all the podcasts, like, hey, we're moving. It's coming. I don't know when we're going to start building it. But we locked in on trying to build our own building because ownership is great.
I'm going to correct you. No, try. You will.
Well, say try. My wife always say, don't say try. But we're building our own building.
There we go.
And we're having our own content creation Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
In Houston. So, I want people to be driving from the Southwest, but like, man, you ain't seen this building.
You want to have ABC 13,
man, whatever.
All the major news networks coming all over and being like, hey, do you believe that this happened right here?
It happened in Houston, Texas. And so my thing is, and you got to believe, bro, that's another thing, because everything I ever done, I always had people who didn't believe.
Most definitely.
I started a video game company at 18. 18 years old. I started a video game company. It was me. I brought in 4 guys, and then we had like 6 interns, and we created a game. We never finished the game though, but then I pivoted from that into a graphic design company.
Gotcha.
You know what my family told me?
Oh, shoot.
Brother, go back to work, brother.
Entrepreneurship is not for you.
It's not for nobody in our family.
Or they hit you with this one. Well, I think the Lord is telling me. He started laughing with this. I can't stand when I have people that I'm like, how dare you? Like, how dare you use religion? Yeah, I'm going there.
Oh my
religion.
God.
Or better yet, even biblical texts.
Oh my God.
To pretty much tell me what I should do.
Oh my God.
Because of your own selfish reasons. Yeah, I said it right. Because of your own selfish reasons.
Man, so they told me that. So now I'm like the black sheep. They like, oh, y'all got student.
I can just imagine, like, look at that boy. He ain't doing nothing. I told him to change this. He ain't going to work. He ain't nothing.
Man, this is my picture of my mom right here. She passed away in 2010 from cancer. And my mom, people used to always tell her, your son, he got a lot of big ambition, but I don't know. And I'm like, that's my fire, bro.
Your why?
That's my why. You know the acronym for why?
Go ahead and give me yours.
What's hurting you? Oh, because what's hurting you is what's fueling you. You know what I'm saying? That's what's pushing you to new limits and new heights.
Like I can't give up.
It's like I haven't arrived yet. When I get the building, and you see the Lambo car and the Lambo SUV, and me and my wife saying one marriage, two hustlers. Bitch,
he thought about it just like, he was like, man, F this.
Stop playing with me, man.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many years of haters. I'm going to tell you, last year I experienced something that was crazy, bro.
What's that?
And I hope if he watch it, that's cool. I don't care. Jealousy and envy, bro. From one of my good friends.
It always be like that.
He literally said, you've been yelling in the mic for years. You got your, I mean, I know you and your wife are entrepreneur, but I mean, my wife's still working. You can just hear it, bro. Yeah. You can hear it. You can
the frequency is on like, oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Why? I ain't doing that thing. And I'm going to tell you, it's all good because I'm going to have to be me. Mm-hmm. For somebody to tell me, because I got receipts since 1999. I was the first person on YouTube too. I got old videos on YouTube.
Oh man,
I got receipts.
Like, so I'm ready to roll the credits and show you.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to tell people that don't matter how hard you go, it's gonna be some people still. They don't want to see you be greater than them. They don't care if you get ahead, but don't get too ahead of them.
Because then it's gonna really spark their fire.
It's gonna spark their fire. So you go to Lloyd Christian TV. Let's just look at quick little young Lloyd. This is let me go right here. This is young Lloyd. Oh, let's go to the oldest video. This is young Lloyd.
Never changed.
I've been doing this, bro. I've been doing this when I was working at the railroad. I was going out doing videos. This has been nothing new. It's just that God had to position me, and I had to not give up, so that He can say, "Hey, I'm about to pull the rug, and now you finna be a full-time entrepreneur." So when people see you today, my slogan is, they see your glory, but they don't know your story.
Oh man,
they don't know your story. They don't know it.
They don't.
Anything else before I get off here?
Man,
anything else? Because I like to leave the floor. I don't want to,
Okay, drop a $1 million gem real quick.
Man.
Uh-oh. I know you dropped so many gems.
Well, this is the thing. Every day you wake up, you should be striving towards your purpose. And it takes a lot of resilience and understanding that it's a lonely journey.
Oh, man.
It is a lonely journey. For years, and still today, out of all my friends, I'm still the only real, truly, I'm not talking about entrepreneurs. I'm the only entrepreneur. This is my definition of entrepreneur. Is whatever I kill is what I eat. That means nobody giving me a paycheck unless I create it.
Man. Oh.
It's a different mindset.
It is, because if you don't do what you need to do, you're going to have to starve.
Don't do what I need to do. I'm starving. So this is what I tell people, and I tell anybody who's listening right now, whatever I kill is what I eat. You as an employee, they give you a plate of food. Wherever they feed you, they tell you come back tomorrow. They don't give you enough where you can get full because you still need to be hungry for more.
Oh, man.
They only give you a little bit. And so the mindset to my 18, 19, I got podcasters coming here 23, 22. I'm like,
Okay.
bro, you get to meet me.
Right.
The GPS of your life.
To go all out.
To go all out. The only thing is just the price to meet and to hang out with me. But the thing is, if I had you at 18, 19, if I had myself, man, I'll be so further.
Mhm.
People wouldn't have said, hey, man, you talking
Like,
stupid.
Yeah.
You talking stupid, bro. You need to go to work. It hurts. So before we get off, I'd like to tell everybody, look into that camera and say, for the next generation, what inspiring words you want to leave them? That, because I'm going to clip this part up too, that they can hold on to, that's going to push their life forward.
Your greatness is within fear. Meaning, don't let fear be the thing that puts you to your deathbed.
Ooh.
Let fear be the fire that actually lights the beam of light of hope to showcase your greatness.
Listen, man, we dropped some gems today.
But hold up, before we end the show, I want to really showcase that I can really freestyle.
Oh yeah, let's do this poetry. Let's go.
Throw me a word.
Mindset.
Mindset. God has given me the mindset to showcase greatness. The world over here tries to storm on me and throw rain on parade. But with this storm, I shall plant the seeds of the growth of the mind of a child, the mind that shall showcase the world that your limit is not my limit. It is the beginning to growth, my world, a reality of possibilities and greatness. Like the great Martin Luther King, I have a dream. Within my soul, God has given me the divine, the power, the will to showcase that even through hell, I shall rise up. So as I go ahead and grab my axe to break the cement, to break so many things and avoid the criticism, I may go ahead and just bob and weave like Muhammad Ali, be the greatness to showcase that my mindset is to become the greatest of all time. Your words of death shall not be my end, but my beginning of the Genesis. So as I continue to walk in my pathway of my purpose and my mindset and much more, God has shown me and shined the light that I am divine, to be true to my word, my walk, my pathway. It is the mindset of greatness.
Ooh. 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 I'm also releasing some affirmation cards. So there's gonna be affirmation and acronym cards.
Awesome.
Trying to do it's gonna be 77 cards in there.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna be have like all the acronyms on one side.
Kind of reminds like a card deck.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a card deck, so people can be using like, what do this word mean? What do this? You know what I'm saying? What's your mindset? So one side is the acronym, the other side is the mindset.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And so I want to really like give pour inside of people, man. Tell people to die empty. That course is in you, because whatever you learn is inside of you. It's ready. It's burning to teach somebody else.
It's like, get me the hell out of here.
Yeah. So the thing I always tell people is, do you want to tell your story 1,000 times to 1,000 people, or one time to 1,000,000 people?
Man.
That's what we teach with the digital products. I had a kid in here the other day. He was 20 years old yesterday. And he's doing a clothing line. I said, bro, I'm going to set your brand up so good that when people ask you questions, you just send them a video. You don't got to talk. You don't got listen. You don't got to keep telling people the same story, bro. That's what's the most powerful thing.
Play.
Hit play. Holla at your boy. Listen, man, thank you guys for watching this podcast. Remember, keep watching me like you watch TV. And I promise you, your income going to grow and your mindset going to change. God, we see you guys in the next video. Yes. Peace out.